Greetings everyone, and thanks for tuning in to today's video. I'm Marvin Ford, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the Grayl Geopress. Now, the Geopress is hands down one of the coolest little travel water filtration systems that you can use on any adventure. I've been using mine for the last year, and I've been using Grayl water filters for the past at least 5-6 years, and they're awesome. So if you're like us and the one thing you need in your adventures is water, stick with us. I'll tell you all about it. This video is intended for all ages. Question: what's the heaviest thing we carry when we're going backpacking? Water. Water weighs over 8 pounds per gallon. And as you see here, I'm processing some water down at Cloudland Canyon State Park in Georgia. What it allows you to do by carrying a product like this is travel and see those adventures and process water when you need it. Now, the one thing we all forget is not everywhere we go is water accessible. Plus, most of the time, it's not drinkable. You're not going to find a spigot everywhere you go. So what we have to do is bring a product like the Grayl. The Grayl is exactly that. It is an amazing water filter that allows you to process water on the go and do it quickly. During that short video you're watching, I processed a full Nalgene, 32 ounces of water, in less than a minute. I mean, it's just quick. But it allows us to take water with us when we go on our trips, and then we process more when we need it. We love to spend time outdoors, swimming, kayaking, whatever we might be doing, but water is key. All right, so as I said, here is the Grayl Geopress. Now, this is the third version of the Grayl series. The original one was a stainless steel and plastic version, worked really, really well, but it was a little heavy. So then they changed and became the ultralight. The ultralight basically is the same as the original design, but it was made of plastic like this. Worked really, really well. Much smaller, just took you a little longer to process everything, but almost used the exact same filters. I mean, it really did. Then it became this. This has been out since, I believe, end of 2020, 2021. I'm not really sure, but I've had mine for at least a year. Got it off Kickstarter. Companies like this, I try to support them whenever they do a Kickstarter because they're a good company. They are giving a product that the world needs more of. The Grayl is one of the best filters I've ever used, and it's hands down very useful. And the reason why is because of this. This is their filter. This is the anywhere filter, meaning you can take it anywhere you go and process any kind of water you want. If you're going to be drinking tap water and stuff like that, and you want it just to take out those weird metals that you get, just stick with the green filter. That one's for like day-to-day stuff, but this is for like backpacking, mission trips, things like that. This is going to work great for. You get 300 uses, or it processes 40 gallons of water. Then you need a new filter. That might not seem like a lot to you, but 40 gallons of water is a lot of water, especially when you're talking about pushing it through that little filter. And then you're good. The filter itself works really, really well. What it says it illuminates is heavy metals that affect health, like flavor, odor, and clarity. Lead, arsenic, says those are things. It illuminates chemicals like chlorine and iodine, and particulates, sediment and silt, things like that. What it's going to help you keep from getting is stuff like, Giardia and Cithropuppet something. I don't know what that word is. So it eliminates 99.9999% of all viruses, meaning Rotavirus, Norovirus, Hepatitis, 99% of all bacteria, E. Coli, Salmonella, Cholera, and 99.9% of protozoa cysts. Now, it's funny because this is the original box that the ultralight came in. I have a thing for packaging. I keep my boxes just because they come in really, really handy. But it's the same setup. I like this filter. The way it works is you're going to buy one of these. It's going to come in really, really handy. And then you have the filter itself. Now, the cool part about this filter is, say like you're on a backpacking trip. You backpack, you stop, you press out, and you clean all your water, get everybody's water, all your group, get all their water bottles filled up again, and then you only have one bottle with you. Well, press this, leave this full, screw this cap on, make sure it's all snug and it won't leak. I haven't had any issues with that. Then what you get, first unscrew this cap because it will create a vacuum. Then we're just gonna pull it apart real quick. That's your cup, very nice. There is your Anywhere filter. Now I just bought one to replace, this one right here is new. That's why I have another one, because I wanted to make sure I have one in the background just in case I need it. Whenever I go on a trip, I get a new one. Yeah, they're gonna run you about 30 bucks, but they are worth it. You have a filter, you have the press, and you have a cap with this screw type mouth tape. And then you have the cup to pour it all through. Very nice. Now it's harder to do when it's empty and it's just air. But as you see, this thing is sensational. I've really liked it. I think it's hands down one of the best anywhere you go travel filters, because it allows you to process water super easy. So I'm going to take you down. We're going to go for a little quick walk down to the lake, and we're going to show you what this thing can do. Okay, so today we are down here. We came down here to the lake, and we are going to be showing you what this thing can do. Now, this is the Geopress. This is the newer Grayl, and I've had it for probably a year, I guess. I'm not really sure, at least a year. And I just replaced my filter. Now, the filters come in a couple of different options. Like I stated before, there are the day-to-day one, which is a green filter, which is meant for, like, if you're in a shop, if you work in a building and your water tastes terrible, use the green filter, pump your water through it, pour it into your Nalgene bottle, or just drink it straight from the press. And it allows you to get a lot of those weird tastes and chemicals that are in water. This is perfect for if you're like us, and we spend a lot of time backpacking. I wish I'd had this when I backpacked the Pacific Crest Trail back in the 90s, because you have very limited space to where you can get stuff for water. You're sometimes drinking out of cow troughs and things like that, so you're drinking nasty, nasty water. But what this allows you to do is use something else, scoop it out, a minimum amount, pour it over and over, and fill up your container. Pump it, press it, you have drinkable water. I'm going to demonstrate here just with drinking it, pumping it straight out of the lake. I'm going to scoop it out, pump it, show you what it can do. And guys, this thing is awesome. It's the only press I've been using, only water filter I've used for off and on for the past probably 5 years at least, when I got the first one. But I mean, I use a couple of other filters for larger quantities, but when it's just me and I want to make sure, or it's me and one of my kids, this works great. We're going to show you right now. I'm going to turn this camera around. All right, guys, so as I said, this is the Geopress. This has been hands down one of the coolest water filters I've used in quite a while. It's a lot better than the original Grayl or the Ultralight. I've used both, and they both work really, really well. But this one right here, unscrew the cap to keep eliminates the vacuum. Peel this off. That is your everywhere filter. Now, the thing about this is, never take this off and scoop water or anything, because you'll contaminate that inside of that filter, and you just got to junk it. I mean, you just have to buy another one. It just happens. As long as you keep this thing sanitary, you're fine. So all you're going to do is take this. I'm going to reach down here into the lake, fill up my cup, and there's a little line showing you where to fill it up to. Don't go past that, because once this is down there, once you're pressing, it works like a coffee press. That's why they like the name, because when you press the water, it goes through the filter, goes into the canister, and anything that's in here is your drinkable water. Okay? And then all you're going to do is take this, put this down like so, get it started, and then all you're going to do is press. Just your body weight. Don't press super hard, or it'll blow up around the sides. It'll come up around the gasket. Now, I brought myself a little mason jar to pour my water into, just so you can see the results and understand how great this stuff really is. Now, the reason why I say that is because I've had the pleasure of going on some mission trips, and even when you're dealing with purified and chemically treated water, it's still not perfect. And that's kind of what Grayl, how they got started, was planning for people that are going to be doing stuff like that. You're going to be in places where water's not always available, and it's definitely not practical. And it's weird because being here in the United States, we take for granted water being drinkable. Or at least I can say I have my entire life. Until I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail in the 90s, I never knew it was hard to find water. It was not, you know, you couldn't just go to a store, you couldn't just find a house, because there's sections where you're miles from any houses, anything like that, for days. Now, just like that, it bottoms out, you know you're done. We're gonna pour this into our mason jar, just like so. And I'll show you up close here in a second. Crystal clear, perfect, drinkable water. I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing how well this works. And like I said, I've been using this thing for a while. So here we go. Show you this up close. I mean, no particulates, no nothing. Just awesome. Just an awesome glass of water. All right. So as I said, I hope this answers your questions. I wanted to do a quick demonstration to just show you guys how fantastic this thing really is. You can sit there and tell people it works really easy, but until you're really using it or seeing it used, it doesn't really do it justice to how fast this really works to make yourself a drinkable glass of water. Just like you see here. So if you're like us and you like to spend time outdoors, go over and check out Grayl. They do they have these things. They sell them just about everywhere. I've seen them at REI. I've seen them on Amazon. I've seen them all kinds of places. But guys, these are hands down one of my favorite water filters to use whenever you're out on your next adventure. So go over and check them out. I'll put a link to us over on social media. We're on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, that's the best way to do it. We'll put a link down below and show you guys some descriptions of some videos or some playlists we've got going. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you found this video useful, and if you did, give it the old thumbs up. But guys, if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell and get notified every time I post a new video. We thank you. We thank you and hope that 2022 is a better year than we've had for a long time. We're off to a great start. Our University of Georgia Bulldogs won the national championship, beating Alabama. So thank you so much for that. Go Dogs. We live just outside of Athens. And guys, it was an amazing year so far. We thank you. We hope you guys stay safe. The weather's been crazy, as you see. Last week it was 70. This week it's 20. I mean, just nuts. I mean, it's just crazy. So thanks again for coming by. Have a great week, and make sure you take time this week to get outside and enjoy yourself. Enjoy nature, be prepared, and stay safe. God bless, guys. We'll see you soon.